Can't think of a better way to finish off a day than out in the fields doing a spot of field work. This evening's task, breaking up a few clumps of soil here in the cornfield with the field roller. Gotta say, as far as views go, one ain't half bad, is it? What a way to finish the day. Right, all done here. Let's get home. See you in the morning. Damn aeroplanes. All that sky to choose from. Why did they have to pick the bit right over my house? Right, got a bit to crack on with today. First things first, obviously. Just go feed them cows, make sure they're topped up for the day. But, yeah, I've got a couple of things to get sorted today. So, the Steiger is now mine. I sent a payment over yesterday. The deal is done. It's down there at the minute. It's having all the screens and that little bit of technology and cab transferred over from the other one, the one with the floaters. So we're going to pick that up at some point later today. And he's managed to get rid of my Steiger as well, the one I chopped in for him. So quite happy with that. He's quite happy with that. Someone was very keen to buy that, so it went pretty quickly. But as I say, what we're doing, Optum first, I think. I need to go and load up a bit of TMR for the cows, get that sorted, and then what I plan on doing this morning is going over to our new field that we purchased a few days back. Like every good house needs a door, every field needs an entrance, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. I've got a pile of stones and gravel over there by those bales. I'm going to load up the bucket in the little tractor, grab my shovel, and we're going to go over and just sort ourselves out a little bit of a field entrance. And I've got a few plans in mind for that place. I need to have a bit more of a detailed think, and it might involve a little bit more money, only in respect of hiring people to do a bit of work. But I'll run through that with you in a short while. But first, as I say, cow feeding. Right, let's swing round, get these lot fed, and I can go and crack on with my jobs for the day. There we are. I'm not going to leave this running this time. There we go. Right, I'll get this lot done and I'll see you in a few seconds. Here'll do. There we go. Turn that off. Right, let's go grab the little tractor that's got the bucket on the front. We're going to go and shovel up a little bit of stone and gravel. Grab my shovel, which I think is just around the corner there in that shed. And we're going to make our way over to the new field. And see if we can make a bit of an entrance. Right, so there we go. Should be us there, I think. Grab a bit of it. That'll do. Should think. Maybe a bit more, to be honest. That will probably do, I think. Yeah, I reckon. Actually, no, do you know what? To save me having to come back again, let's just grab a bit more. That'll do. That will do. Most certain that's enough. Yes, right, awesome. Shovel. Where did I put that? I think it's in here. There it is. Right. We'll stick this in the bucket for now. Awesome. Right. To the field. Right. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be doing anything special here, but I just kind of figured I could do with some kind of entrance in the bottom corner of the field here. This will do nicely. Come up the hill, hang a left into the field here. That'll do. So, let's get my hands dirty. A bit of manual labour first thing in the morning. Nothing better to wake you up. So, yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. I'll join you when I'm done, hopefully. There we go, last little bit of levelling off. Not done too bad there, to be honest. Quite happy with that. Wouldn't you say? That's alright, isn't it? That'll do for an entrance. Right, okay. one job done, at least. Let's grab my shovel. There you go, you can just get back in there for now, but yeah, quite happy with that. Anyway, let's just turn this off for now, actually, because I've had a few ideas with this. Now, I might have mentioned it in the last video, but what I purchased with this field wasn't just the field, it's quite a bit of the surrounding land here. Now, at the minute, it's rammed full of trees, as you can see, but I'm strongly considering investing a bit of money in a few contractors to come along and essentially strip the place. Not too much, obviously this, you know, we've got plenty of trees around here, we're not short of them. But essentially do a load of landscaping. I can make quite a bit of money, I'd imagine, from the logs, from the wood. But all of this land here, to the back of the field, all of this is mine. So what I could do is essentially make this field even bigger. I can't do anything about that. Obviously the power lines are the power lines. Can't circumnavigate those in any way whatsoever, as much as I'd like to. So yeah, I'd have to make a bit of a... This will have to stay as it is and be a bit of an island. But... And it could take a long time, but the thing is, I've got a couple of months till the end of bean planting season. So if I can act fast, if I can get on the phone and get stuff working fast, see if I can get a few people up here, get some equipment, get some big machines, and get them working. I mean, yeah, it's going to take them a good few weeks to clear this lot, don't get me wrong, and I'll have to borrow Jack's massive plough and carve myself a new field out of this when it's all gone. Potentially do a bit of landscaping to reduce the steepness of this hill, perhaps, but yeah. All this is mine. Well, this is a bit steep, isn't it? But I'm sure there's something we could do. Get some diggers down here and, I don't know. There's only so far I can go, though, because I think somewhere down here there is a river. Some form of water. But yeah, all this here, this big patch of grass, this is all mine, so we can go down as far as the riverbank here, pretty much. Or as close to it as necessary. But essentially, everything you see here, all of that, get rid of just that big plot of trees, turn this into some arable land. I think that would be quite a wise thing. As I say, it's another big investment, I get that, but after a couple of years, few harvests, we could potentially make all that back from this field, because it could be an absolute whopper. So, yeah, as I say, see if I can act fast, get on the blower, see if I can call a few people, see what I can get sorted. And hopefully, if it'll go my way, we could get all this done, all these trees gone, massive pile of logs to sell. And still have time to get some beans into the ground. Best laid plans, all that. But yeah, let's see what we can do, shall we? This could be a massive, massive field, if that goes to plan. Yeah. And speaking of the planter as well, it's almost fixed. They need a few more days. They've had all the parts. They had a whole new loom sent over from Case. So they're in the middle of stripping it back and fitting that. So fingers crossed, touch wood. In a few days' time, that should be ready to come home. And actually thinking about it, I need to get myself down there anyway, because my Steiger's ready to be picked up. So I need to watch out there, dear. Need to go back and pick that up. Thinking about it, I suppose it makes sense just to leave that there for now, because that way I can bring the planter home. Anyway, we're going to see what I can do in the way of phone calls, see if I can get some contractors on the job, check their availability, see what we can get done. That was quick. Amazing what a couple of phone calls can do, eh? What have we got here? Assuming that's for the wood chips. Wow. Got some big stuff down here. I'm assuming that's the wood chipper. Alright, love. Slow down. Wow. It's all going on now. Goodness me. Let the deforestation commence, eh? Wow, is this where the term eager beaver came from? Because beavers cut down trees and these guys are as keen as anything to get started. Goodness me. They're ready to rock and roll. They reckon they'll have most of this done by the end of the day, which I can't believe that, surely. But, yeah, essentially this thing here, this great big crazy looking thing, this is a wood chipping machine. These two whopping pieces of equipment are going to feed the trees into that wood chipping machine. The wood chipping machine is going to load all the chips into this trailer, and that's going to go back into some form of mill and empty itself sporadically throughout the day. But yeah, these guys, they're ready and willing, ready to rock and roll, essentially. They want to get cracking on. So I'm going to tell them where to start, and yeah, I think I'll keep picking the camera up bit by bit throughout the day, show you where they're up to. So yeah, let's get cracking. This is after 40 minutes. This is easily going to get done by the end of the day. Goodness me. Can't quite believe it. Progress after 4.5 hours. Absolutely crazy. Honestly, I've never seen a group of people or a group of machines work so hard and get a job done as quickly as that. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I really am. So, the whole piece of land has been cleared. Every single tree and branch has been chipped up and sent away. We've actually made a good bit of money back from that as well. A chunk of that money, if not all of it, is going to go towards the bill that we're going to get to fix the planter. So that is, it's worked out quite well here. But just check out the size of this land now. This is going to be a serious field. Admittedly, towards the far end there, we've got a bit of a steep incline to deal with, but that's what the Steiger's for. It's got the power for it. It's going to take a bit to get ploughed. I take it. I appreciate that, but I've been on the phone to Jack today. I'm going to be borrowing his massive John Deere plough, so I'm very excited to do that. But that's going to be tomorrow's work now, because that's pretty much the end of the day now. We've been doing this all day, or they've been doing this all day. I've been kind of stood around watching, making them cups of tea now and again. But this is a big field now. As I said before, I can't really do anything about this pylon. We'll just have to circle it, but either way, it's all good. And what I think I'm going to do, I am going to have to, because I'm going to get this whole field mapped into my GPS, I'm going to have to plough this under again as well, just so I can get the whole field mapped, as I say, mapped into the GPS. So that's going to be first thing in the morning now. I cannot wait. What a field, what a size. Yeah, this is good. I'm excited about this, I really am. Right, anyway, there's a few little low spots here I might need to fill in with a bit of soil and level out a bit, but aside from that, it is awesome. Right, anyway, as you can see, it's a miserable day now. The weather has turned dramatically, so I'm going to get myself back home, get dry, and I'll catch you in the morning. There we go. Morning all. Soybeans are coming on very well. Look at that lovely healthy sea of green there as far as the eye can see. That's what we like. So, taking a wander down to the shop because the Steiger's there ready for me to collect. They've fitted all the screens and stuff. They're still working on the planter, but obviously I'm going to be borrowing Jack's plough. So I'm going to go to the shop, pick up my Steiger, go and grab Jack's plough, and then when we're done with that, ploughing in the new field, creating that, and I can take that back to Jack, and you never know, maybe the planter might be ready when that's done a bit later on, so we shall see. I'll give them a call, see what they're See how they stand for today. But anyway, I'll see you down there very shortly. Almost there. Just spoke to the dealership on the phone though. It turns out that my Steiger isn't quite ready yet. There's a problem with one of the screens apparently. So I've just spoke to Jack and he's going to let me use his 9RX for a couple of hours to get this field ploughed. So that's pretty good. I'm going green today. Oh yeah. And he sold his planter. He's got another one on demo at the minute. I think it's one of these Seed Hawk things. But yeah, he really wasn't gelling with that massive big air cart convoy machine thing that he got not long ago. It was just, he couldn't move it around, he couldn't park it, it was a very big thing, I get that, and he has been able to use it and get his field planted obviously, but yeah, this is the thing he's got on demo at the minute. Still very big, just not quite as big, so yeah, it's a nice looking thing though, but it's not green. It's quite a surprise to see Jack without without something that's green on the back of his RX, but nice looking thing nonetheless, don't you reckon? The air cart, the seed cart thing at the back here does look to be a little bit more manageable, a bit more. I mean, it's still massive. It's absolutely huge, but it's nowhere near as big as the last one, and because I think Jack was having problems with the articulation of it because the air cart had essentially dolly tracks on the front. As did the planter was a bit of a thing to move around as well. Yeah, he's lost his rag with it, what can I say? Right, anyway, so we're going to hook this up. He's very kindly allowing us to use his big green beauty here for a few hours, as he is doing with his great big plough, this 2410. It's quite a thing. Couldn't tell you exactly how wide it is, but it's wide. That's all we need to know, and it's going to be a bit of a handful getting this home. His soybeans are looking good though, don't you reckon? Look at that. What a field. I know I've got quite a big field now, or we will have in a few hours when we've done this, but I still don't think it's quite as big as this. Anyway, right, let's get hooked up and get working. Well, this is a very nice place to be, isn't it? I've got to say. I have been in it before, don't get me wrong, but yeah, what a thing. What a thing. We are going to have to be very careful though, driving home. Because this is a big plough. Here we are. At our soon-to-be biggest field. I am really looking forward to this. I suppose thinking about it, this puny little field entrance might have to change by the time we finish with this, mightn't it? But we'll see. At least we've got an entrance, that's all that matters. So, this is going to be a big one. So I'm going to crack on with this. Get this job done. I'll pit you when it's all done. And we have a fully ploughed field.
Lucky endings were not something
What a machine. Do you know what? I know we all joke about between Case and John Deere and all that nonsense, but that is a seriously awesome tractor. Got to give it to Jack. I do prefer my Case though, because it's red. No, but seriously, what an amazing tractor this is. I'm very grateful for Jack for lending me this for the last couple of hours. But what a field, never mind the tractor. Check out the field. We are going to get some serious beans into this. Really happy with this now. It's huge. Yes, there's a couple of steep bits. Even that thing had a bit of a wheeze coming up the embankment there, but it'll be fine. We'll be right. What a size, though. I think this is the biggest field I've ever owned. Really happy with it. So I think the next stage with this one is we need to get a bit of lime in here, and we also need to run the anhydrous toolbar. But that's going to be tomorrow's job now. We're not going to be doing that today. I need to get this beautiful thing back over to Jack. The dealership have rang me. They have found my Steiger is now ready to be picked up. They needed to replace one of the cables. It was plugging into the back of one of the screens. It had a bit of a dodgy connection on the end of it, and that was causing the problem. So they've routed that one in and sorted it. So I can come home in that now. That's the point of this. I can take this back over to Jack's and wander around to the dealership and pick up my Case and come back in that. So obviously, as I said before, the planter's not ready yet. That's still a little bit away, but we've still got a bit of work to do in here before we need the planter anyway. So I don't mind. It's all good. I'd rather they didn't rush it. It's better for them to take their time with it and get the job right, because it is a big job that they're doing. It is a big job. Right. Anyway. What a thing. Everything just looks so much better when it's been planted, don't you reckon? There we go, back at his yard. Not too sure where I'm going to stick this, to be honest. Not got a huge amount of room to play with, have I? In fact, I think we'll just... let's see if we can swing it round here. Should have enough space to straighten up, I think, and then reverse back. There we go. Good stuff, that'll do. That'll do. Nice one. What a thing. Right. It's usually if I can't see him, he must be busy, so keys are in it anyway, they'll be fine. Right. Let's go get my tractor back. Looking very quiet over here today. There she is, though. Look at that. And they've given it a wash for me. How kind. Oh, splendid. And there's all my screens. Excellent stuff. That's what we want to see. Right. Let's jump in. Go and grab the keys off them. Planter's still in there. It is very quiet down here, though, isn't it? There's usually quite a lot of other things sitting around waiting to be worked on or waiting to be picked up or anything, but no. Yeah, a few more days with this, they reckon, and they should have it done. But for now, this is the best place it can possibly be. Whereas this thing, you're coming home with me, mate. Look at that. Clean, shiny, and a bit fuller of technology. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's what we want. Oh, I mean, that's awesome. Awesome. Right. Let's get you home. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a quiet couple of hours before I crack on with the next job, which I think this afternoon I'm going to throw some lime into that new big field. get that bit topped up, ready for tomorrow's job, which is the anhydrous toolbar.